It is widely believed that the Wagner Group, a private military company, has tens of thousands of mercenaries fighting for Russia in Ukraine. The group initially gained attention in 2014 for supporting pro-Russian separatist forces in eastern Ukraine. At that time, it operated covertly in Africa and the Middle East with approximately 5,000 fighters, primarily consisting of Russian elite regiment and special forces veterans. Welcome to Slant News. If you want to support, you can subscribe to our channel. Since then, the Wagner Group has experienced significant growth. According to the UK Ministry of Defence, it likely commands around 50,000 fighters in Ukraine and has become a crucial element of the country's campaign. The group began recruiting on a large scale in 2022 due to Russia's difficulty in finding personnel for its regular army. Notably, around 80% of Wagner's troops in Ukraine were reportedly recruited from prisons, as stated by the US National Security Council. Despite mercenary forces being illegal in Russia, the Wagner Group registered as a company in 2022 and established a new headquarters in St. Petersburg. It openly recruits in Russian cities, using billboards and being referred to as a patriotic organization in the Russian media, according to Dr. Samuel Romani of the Royal United Services Institute think tank. In Ukraine, the Wagner Group played a significant role in the capture of the city of Bakhmut in eastern Ukraine. Ukrainian troops reported that Wagner fighters were sent in large numbers to attack over open ground, resulting in substantial casualties. Initially, the Ukrainian Defense Ministry did not acknowledge the group's involvement in the fighting, but later praised its mercenaries for their courageous and selfless contributions. The origins of the Wagner Group can be traced back to Dmitry Utkin, a former Russian army officer, believed to be its first field commander. Utkin, who participated in Russia's wars in Chechnya, supposedly named the group after his former radio call sign. The current leader of the Wagner Group is Yevgeny Prigozhin, a wealthy businessman known as Putin's chef, due to his catering services for the Kremlin. The group's inaugural operation was supporting Russia's annexation of Crimea in 2014, according to Professor Tracy German of King's College London. In the period leading up to Russia's invasion of Ukraine, Wagner allegedly conducted false flag attacks to provide a pretext for the Kremlin's intervention. In recent months, tensions between the Wagner Group and Russia's military commanders have arisen. Yevgeny Prigozhin, the group's leader, has accused Russia's defense minister, Sergei Shoigu, and the head of the Ukrainian army, Valery Gerasimov, of incompetence and intentionally undersupplying Wagner units in Ukraine. The Russian Defense Ministry has now announced that volunteer formations in Ukraine must sign contracts with them by the end of June, a move seen as an attempt to exert greater control over the Wagner Group. Mr. Prigozhin responded with a statement declaring his forces would boycott the contracts. Apart from Ukraine, the Wagner Group has been involved in various operations worldwide. Since 2015, its mercenaries have fought alongside pro-government forces and guarded oil fields in Syria. The group also operates in Libya, supporting General Khalifa Haftar's loyal forces. In the Central African Republic, the Wagner Group was invited to protect diamond mines, and it is believed to be guarding gold mines in Sudan. Additionally, the government of Mali employs the Wagner Group to combat Islamic militant groups. Yevgeny Prigozhin is reported to profit from these Wagner Group operations. The U.S. Treasury has imposed sanctions on mining companies owned by Prigozhin, alleging that he utilizes the group's presence to enrich his mining ventures. The Wagner Group has faced accusations of committing various crimes. In January, a former commander claimed asylum in Norway after deserting the mercenary outfit, stating that he had witnessed war crimes committed by the Wagner Group in Ukraine. Ukrainian prosecutors have accused 3 Wagner Group mercenaries, alongside regular Russian troops, of killing and torturing civilians near Kiev in April 2022. German intelligence has also suggested that Wagner mercenaries may have been involved in the massacre of civilians in Bucha in March 2022. The Central African Republic has seen allegations against Wagner members for committing rapes and robberies against civilians. Both the United Nations and the French government have made these accusations. Furthermore, in 2020, the United States military accused Wagner mercenaries of planting landmines and improvised explosive devices in and around Tripoli, the capital of Libya. The Wagner Group's activities and alleged crimes have raised concerns and sparked international attention. The group's ambiguous status as a private military company, combined with its significant presence and reported human rights abuses, have prompted calls for increased regulation and accountability for its actions. It remains to be seen how the Russian government's recent steps to rein in the Wagner Group will impact its operations and influence in Ukraine and other regions where it operates.